Hi, this is Catherine Rose. I'm with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2017. I'm sitting here with Peter Blankhart from Inside the Box, and he's here to talk about Statecraft, the political card game.
Yeah, so Statecraft's a game about building a political party and a set of policies in a fictional country. So the idea is you've got a scenario for each game which defines the population, the way you win that particular election or political crisis. And what you do is you start off with a single leader, which is one of these guys over here. They have two different specialisms, things they know about. And what that means they can do is they can announce a series of different policies which will allow you to change your ideology track. And this thing that tracks how socialist versus how capitalist, how conservative versus liberal your policies are as a whole. And how you do that is by slipping one of these cards whichever way around you like under your politician according to the specialism they have. You can build out your team and recruit more politicians from this deck here, and they have one specialism or they can be one of the ones that have two. And these guys have every single possible combination of different specialisms, so you can have all those different policies. So you build your team out, give yourself more options, and then announce various policies from your hand in different configurations to sort of move your trackers up and down. And you're asking, why do you do that? Why do you want to do these things? So the whole game is about supporters. The whole thing is based around the people in your country and what they think most. So just like any other democratic election anywhere in the world, it's based on what people's preferences are, whether they're capitalist or socialist, liberal or conservative. And what these numbers at the top of these supporter cards mean, the set number of cards for the game, is that they want at least as much of this, at least as much of this, at least as much of this. And if they wanted these guys want at least 6 points of socialism. These are incredibly socialist board game geeks, apparently. But they don't want any more than 0. They want absolutely none of the conservative amount. That's them. And they won't tolerate any more, so you cannot claim them to your side, and that's how you win the game. So if you have all that socialism, great, that means it's great for these guys, maybe not for others. But if you have even 1 point of conservatism in your manifesto,
then that's not going to work.
Not going to work. So these guys will stay over there in the floating voters area, very far from reach, and you won't be able to claim them. So you're going to have to play some of your policies negatively on the bottom of your card to do the opposite effect. Say live on television, you're going, this is the worst policy ever, and all the other supporters go, yeah, that's really, really bad. And you do the opposite on there, so you need to track it down. You've also got to be careful of your budget, so you don't tax too much or spend too much. And also you've got to check those round counters. For some of the scenarios, the number of rounds really matters. So it might be a specific amount of time and months before an election. And the scenarios do crazy things, like it goes from really straightforward, Scandinavian election where everything is really, really straight down the line, nothing to see here, which is very, very precise. And then you go all the way to the Viva la Revolución card, which is basically a South American revolution. That's pretty much what it's based on, where everything is completely chaotic. And it just goes absolutely nuts all the time. You can be really careful to react to things turn by turn. There's a whole range of scenarios in the game which sort of replicate loads of different political scenarios all over the world. So the whole game is basically engineered to be a way of sort of simulating a political scenario anywhere in the world, regardless of the situation. So yeah, that's Statecraft.
How many players?
So it goes from 2 to 6.
Okay,
so there's 6 player boards in the game, as you can see. And yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is the event cards, one of the spiciest things in the game. So as you burn through the action deck, where you have a variety of normal actions, it's a normal card game, and these different policies.
It's a world event taking place in the meantime.
Yeah, so as you draw them out, things happen. Yeah, and everyone's got to react to them. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. So yeah, you've got to react to them. And every single party, every faction is going to react to each of these things. So regardless of whether you're on power or not, whether you're leading the polls or not, you've got to go for it. And you have to do one of these 2 options and choose one of these things here. And then if you're the leader, if you're the incumbent, if you're the person leading polls or in power, then you're going to get absolutely slammed if something bad happens. It's always going to be worse for you, and you get additional penalties.
You get blamed even though you have nothing to do with it, right?
Exactly. So yeah, and then we have even more horrible emergencies. There's only a few of those, but they're really, really bad, and they shake the game up a lot.
So if you're getting tired of politics, play with the politics yourself, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That is Statecraft from Inside the Box.